Hey guys, this is Brian here from TopDeck. Now, you guys may be wondering, why have I been away? Brian, where were you? I've been in the kitchen, cooking the perfect list for you guys, and I'm finally ready to show you guys, and I'm so excited to show you guys the perfect list for tier KASHTIRA. It is perfect. In the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've just been winning. Just hands down. But yeah, let's just get straight into the deck profile.
So beginning with the deck profile, we play the tier engine, obviously. Shara, Merle, and Hafnis. We only play 1 Rhino, despite we see the YCS list having 3 Rhino, is that we want consistency. This is not your typical tier deck. Drawing Rhino as your normal summon or having normal summons in general is just terrible for this deck. And then of course we play the best card in the deck, 3 Tearlaments KASHTIRA. And of course, the quad Ishizu cards. These are given, we don't really need to explain them. And then we get to the important part, alright? In terms of a tier-centric deck, sometimes you just end on nothing. Sometimes you mill and you don't hit anything good, or you don't hit them in the right order. For example, you mill all your names without getting your King of the Swamp in the grave, you're dead. But with the KASHTIRA engine, facilitating the tier engine, the deck just becomes so much more consistent. Fenrir is a 1 card fusion, and then you have the rest of your hand to do everything else. Alright? I can show you guys the combo if you guys drop the comment down below that you guys want to see the combo. Alright, it's just basically Fenrir, search Rise Heart, don't special summon Rise Heart, normal summon Rise Heart, do your thing, bam, fusion. We can do test hands as well. Just leave a comment down below if you guys want to see. And then of course we play the hand trap, 3 Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring, and of course the 3 Infinite Impermanence. It's a must. It's a must right now. You kind of need the Imperm, the Ash, to just stop really random decks, and of course the best deck KASHTIRA. And then this is kind of weird as well. We play 2 King of the Swamp, no polymerization, because sometimes you end up with King of the Swamp in the hand, sometimes you pitch King of the Swamp, search the poly, and it's just kind of useless. It's just kind of useless in your hand. It just sits in your hand, it does nothing. You can make a Chimera, cool, but if you're going first, you have nothing to pop. What's the point? You're ending on nothing, terrible. And that's why we play 2 King of the Swamp. We can reliably dump it through something in the extra deck. And that's why Fenrir is a 1 card fusion. And then for the spells, we play the Broken Terraforming, Foolish Burial, 2 Tactics, 2 Talents, and 2 Thrust. Alright, these are just break board. These break boards, KASHTIRA board, like if you draw any one of them, you're no longer under Macrocosmos, and it's broken. Yeah, if you draw both of them, it's absolutely GG. And these are your thrust targets. You thrust for any of your engine, you just win. Easy. And then of course we play the 1 Birth, the field spells, only 1 KASHTIRA field spell, 3 tier field spell, and the Birth. The Birth, you might argue, oh, you're not playing a KASHTIRA deck, it doesn't really matter. But Birth, because you mill the Tearlaments KASHTIRA, you can summon it back, mill 3, let's say you don't have it in hand, nothing to banish. And it also allows you to just have that extra consistency and utility against graveyard decks. If they activate Branded Fusion, bam, Birth, dead. If they activate Infernoids or anything to do with the graveyard that involves a spell, it's gone. Banish face down. And for the rest of the spells, of course, we play the 2 Scream, and for the rest of the traps, we play 2 Sulliek, 1 Meta Noise. Now, I found this to be the perfect ratio. I know a lot of people like to play 3 Scream just because we can mill a lot, but to keep Scream active, you must have Tearlaments. And guess what? All the Tearlaments are limited. We have 3 more of the KASHTIRA. Yes, we mill 6, but sometimes you hit nothing and you just dead. So that's why we want consistency. All right, we want consistency, we want reliability. Again, I said it in a lot of my other older deck profiles that I want reliable. I don't want to rely on variance. This is a reliable deck that if you get a Fenrir, you just go off. If you get a Fenrir and then you have any other extender, you just win. Fenrir guarantees you a fusion, even if you draw all the traps, draw the Tearlaments screams. On one fusion and a scream, or one fusion and a Sulliek, you just win. For the extra deck, moving on to the extra deck, we have Baron de Fleur, obviously. And we of course play the Garura, Mud Dragon, Brook Colossus, Grapha, and the 2 Kaleidos, and Dracos the Paleo. Now, you guys might be wondering, do you play Super Poly? You play Garura, you play Mud Dragon. Do you play Super Poly? No. Why would I need to play Super Poly? Super Poly is like very meh in this format. I tried it, it didn't work out too well. You kind of neg a lot to end up on these two and then you do nothing. It's just kind of whack. What are these two doing here? So basically, a lot of the times you mill one of your names. You mill like Merly, and then you're like, oh crap. And you, let's say you mill a Miller or like even a Tearlaments KASHTIRA, right? And then you go Shiren Effect. You go Shiren Effect, and then you have a Merly. And then you mill the Merly, you mill the Tearlaments KASHTIRA, and you go Chainlink 1 Merly, Chainlink 2. But typically, if you don't have a Garura, you can't go Chainlink 1 Merly, Chainlink 2 to mill and hope that you hit a King of the Swamp. But by having these here, you have a legal target to fuse and then hope you hit a King of the Swamp, more Aquas, Rhino Heart. It's just having these here helps go for game, helps your consistency in milling and fusioning, and it's just overall good to have in general. We play 2 Kaleido Heart because that's the one we're most scared of them ripping. Rukalos gone, who cares? Grapha gone, who cares? Dracos the Paleo, I barely go into. And then for the last view, we have the Lynx and the XCs. Let me just explain these. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Cherubini Dracosac combo. This is what makes Fenrir a 1-card combo. And then, yeah, this is just amazing. Sometimes you can even keep the Cherubini and the Dracosac, and then you link something else in Cherubini into Sprint for an extra interruption. It's actually broken. And I play the Osa because some people are starting to play Bell because of Expulsion. So I just get the Osa, take their Bell, make Baron, and that's why I play the 1 Baron. And for the rest of the extra deck, Zeus, very given, Redua, broken, Big Eye, because we're very scared of KASHTIRA. No, we're not scared of any other deck. This deck has an amazing matchup against every other deck. However, against KASHTIRA, we can just Big Eye, take their dude, boom boom, and then you win. But yeah, so Big Eye is probably, this is the flex spot, but I like to play Big Eye right now, and I'm poor, so I only have a golden Big Eye. For the side deck, now this is where it gets a little more spicy than the main deck. So we have Crime, obviously. We have 3 Kaijus, obviously. You Kaiju the Kaleido Heart, not Kaleido Heart, Arise Heart, and then you just keep playing, easy. Twin Twister for back row decks, obviously, and then if you get unlucky and you draw one of your millers, boom. Change of Heart, Kaleido, Arise Heart, sorry. Harpy Feather Duster, more back row hate. Dark Hole, Ibli, and Arise Heart. Call by the Grave for shifter decks, they still exist. And the spoiler, system down. So a lot of good players, when they see that they're versing tier, and then they see you're playing Kaijus, and they know everyone's playing Kaijus, they make 2 Arise Hearts. And then you can't really deal with that, like, unless you have Dark Ruler. I kind of want to play Dark Ruler, but it doesn't really... Keeping their KASHTIRA XYZ on the board, just make sure they can, like, big bang all the time. I want to get rid of them, yes. Dark Ruler is more versatile against Sprite, but I'm not scared of Sprite. Like, the deck just beats every other deck hands down, except for KASHTIRA. So if good players like to make 2 Arise Heart against me, I just go boom, system down. And it doesn't only hurt KASHTIRA, it hurts what is that deck called? Drytron. I hate Drytrons. I absolutely despise Drytron. And you get rid of all their follow-up, boom. Alpha next turn, no. Gamma next turn, no. Yeah, and Earth Machines. I have a few people that play Earth Machines at locals. They're just unfortunate byproduct, collateral damage. But yeah, destroy KASHTIRAs, system down. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Please drop a like and comment down below if you want a more in-depth explanation of this deck. And I will catch you in the next one. This is Brian from TopDeck signing out.